Hello, everybody, and welcome to this third session of geometric isomerism and nomenclature of geometric isomers. If you appreciate this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so that you get notifications of further videos which will be posted. So, let us begin with the third part of geometric isomerism. Given here is my mail ID. So whenever you have any doubts, you can mail to me. So let us begin with some solved examples of geometric isomerism. Okay. So these are some of the examples. The first one, I have written here answers also just for confirmation. I hope you understand the logic. In the first example, on the left-hand side, the logic is clear. That is, let me make it two laser pointer. See, this is chloro, this is carbon. Chlorine has higher atomic number, and so this gets priority over carbon. On this side, the first atom directly attached is carbon, but this substituent has bromine attached to it, and this has two chlorines. Don't try to add atomic numbers. Just understand that this is a higher priority atom which is attached, and therefore this gets priority number one, this gets priority number two. So in the given situation, both higher priority groups are on the same side, and therefore it is Z. Now the nomenclature will start with numbering 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it is 1 bromo, 3 chloro. Then at 2 position, this is dichloromethyl. Just remember dichloromethyl, the end of the bracket term usually indicates the point of attachment to the parent chain, that is 2-butene. So when it is 2-butene, this substituent is attached via methyl. So dichloromethyl. Similarly over here, obviously on this side oxygen is attached versus carbon is attached. So irrespective of the size of the group, this gets priority over carboxylic acid. On the other side, the first atom attached is same. So you compare the second atom attached. This is oxygen, this is nitrogen. So obviously oxygen gets a priority. This again is Z. Okay. Now while nomenclating, the major functional group is carboxylic acid. So this should come in the parent chain, and therefore the numbering 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it is 2-methoxy, 4-hydroxy, and then 3-amino-methyl. Okay, 2-amino. Sorry, this is something wrong. I will just change it. It is 3-amino-methyl, 4-hydroxy, 2-methoxy, but-2-enoic acid. Okay. Similarly, have a look at this. You can have a look at this at leisure. Solve these. 2 I have solved, and 2 you can solve on your own. Something to be discussed over here. Rest all, I think priority numbering is quite clear. Here, something to be discussed. At this point, on the left-hand side, the priority numbering is clear. On the right-hand side, a little explanation. The first atom attached is carbon. Okay, so it is the same. So look at the second atom attached. Now in the ring system, second atom attached can be seen in a clockwise manner or anti-clockwise manner. Wherever there is a substituent nearby, look at that. So this is at 2 position, there is a chloro. Here at 2 position, there is no chloro. The chloro is present at 4 position, and therefore this gets priority over this. And so the nomenclature. I will not write the answers over here. Those who have difficulty can mail to me. Okay, look at this position. Okay, here it is very clear because this is COOH. In other words, there are 3 oxygens attached, right? First atom attached is carbon. Here, the second atom attached is H, H, and O. And here, there are at least 2 oxygen, but one of them is doubly bonded. So 3 oxygens are attached. And therefore, this gets priority number 1. This gets priority number 2. On this side, just have a look. First atom attached is CH2 and CH2. In the second atom attached, here is a additional CH3. So this side gets priority number 1 and this side gets priority number 2. Okay, now look at this. This does not show geometric isomerism because both the groups attached to the carbon are same. I hope you realize that from this side, 1, 2, 3, and 4 CH2s are attached. And from this side also 4 CH2s are attached. So this does not show geometric isomerism. Now coming to special cases of double bond. Okay, this is cyclohexene. Any ring with 3 to 7 carbons, the internal double bond, the double bond present inside the ring is always cis. It cannot be trans because the number of atoms are not sufficient so as to permit a trans double bond. This will be more clear over here. This is cyclooctene. Okay, this is a cis double bond because both the higher priority groups, CH2 over here and CH2 over here, are on the same side. But this can fold sufficiently so as to show a trans double bond. This carbon is this carbon, and this carbon is this carbon. Okay, now as you can see, both hydrogens are pointing in opposite direction, and so this is a trans double bond. Okay, rings with carbon number 8 onwards can show both cis and trans double bonds. Now, special cases of double bonds. Have a look at this. This is a thioketone. Okay, there is no double bond between carbon and nitrogen in this structure. But look at this compound number 1, as I will call it. Okay, this is compound number 1 and this is compound number 2. Okay, what is the change? Only the substituents which are attached to nitrogen are exchanged. Methyl was on the top, here it has come to the bottom, and vice versa. This benzyl group was at the bottom, it has gone to the top. And these two isomers are detected separately, although there is no double bond, but there is some restricted rotation around this bond. Now, why should that happen? That happens because of a partial double bond character of carbon nitrogen. You know there is a lone pair of electrons on nitrogen. So this lone pair of electrons can enter into resonance. When it enters into resonance, the structure formed is this, where the carbon nitrogen share a double bond. And because the carbon and nitrogen have partial double bond character, this cannot rotate very easily, and these two are two different geometric isomers. Right? Now remember, these are called as cis-trans isomers. Coming to geometric isomerism in cyclic ring system, this is cyclopropene. Now, if we talk about 1,2-dimethyl cyclopropene that can exist in two forms. See, this is a triangular structure as shown over here. That is a flat structure like this. So the methyl groups can be both on the same side or one pointing towards top and other pointing towards bottom. So this compound shows cis-trans isomerism. So this compound is cis. Why this is cis? Because both the methyl groups are pointing in the same direction. Whereas this is trans because both the methyl groups are pointing in the opposite direction. Likewise, in cyclobutane, 1,2-dimethyl cyclobutane, you can have a cis and trans isomerism. The first one that I have shown here, both the groups are pointing in opposite direction, whereas in the second structure, both the groups are pointing in the same direction. So we call this structure as a trans structure and this structure as cis structure. Okay. Now coming to cyclohexane, you are going to study more about cyclohexane, but you must have studied in 12th standard that cyclohexane exists in a chair conformation, which is a stable conformation. Now in the chair conformation, if we talk about disubstituted cyclohexanes, then this is one compound, 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane. In this case, one methyl group is pointing downwards, other methyl group is pointing upwards, and therefore this is called as trans 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane. The corresponding cis isomer will look something like this, but of course more about this we are going to study in the chapter of cyclohexanes. So this is a cis 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane. Similarly, this compound 1,3-dimethyl cyclohexane is a cis structure. Okay, so these are some special cases of geometric isomerism where there is no double bond, but there is restricted rotation around the single bond, which gives rise to cis-trans isomerism. Okay, so with that, I end this lecture, and the next lecture will be about